Now the set is collection of the heterogeneous object. For example, if I define this, now it is not a set. Okay, why so? Because the priority of the dictionary is higher than set, that we already discussed into the previous section. When I print type of s, then it becomes the dictionary, but representation of set is same. Now we know the dictionary is the collection of the key value pair that we discussed into the last video in great detail. Now what exactly the set? Set is collection of the heterogeneous objects. Now what is the meaning of the heterogeneous objects? These are the heterogeneous objects. Okay, now let's suppose I entered Ram. Okay, again I enter Ram. Okay, again I enter let's suppose Mohan. Okay, then I enter 80.5. now this is the float value. Okay, then now again I entered 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now this is set. Okay, if I print the type of s, now you will observe it is the set. Now it says it is the set. The set is collection of the heterogeneous objects. Now what is the the feature inside the set? The duplicate items automatically removed. You don't need to do specific task to remove the duplicate items. Okay, so when I print this s, now you observe it, the duplicates automatically removed. Okay, now you can check it out. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 automatically removed. It comes only for a single time. Ram and Ram, but these are no duplicate, because that's why I use these two different Rams. The first Ram is starting with the capital letter and the second Ram is starting with small letter. Okay, so Ram and capital Ram, they are not same. Because why so? Because the ASCII value of this is different, ASCII value of this is different. How I can check the ASCII value? ORD of R. Okay, ORD of R, that you are getting 114. ORD of capital R, that is 82. That's why these are the different items. Okay. Now this is the concept that the duplicates automatically removed from the list, from the set. It is the feature inside the set. You don't need to the code for this kind of things. It automatically happens. Now let's suppose your problem statement is this one. Why we use set? Now it's a real time. Okay, I am taking some random numbers 9988 77 4296. Okay, now you are collecting the data with different mobile numbers. Okay, now I am writing this thing n number of time. Okay, now my problem statement is that I have to remove the duplicate item from the list. Okay, that is my problem statement. One thing that you have to hard code it. Okay, you have to design the logic for the same. And the second thing is, what you can use, you can simply take the advantage of this set. Now let's suppose you are getting the data, the total record that you got, approximately 1 lakh records that you got, but inside 1 lakh records, the unique items are only 50,000. Okay, the unique items are only 50,000. Now you can understand the concept. I got a data from somewhere and my task is to send the SMS to everyone. Okay, and total records I got, that is 1 lakh records. Okay, now if I send the messages to the 1 lakh records, there the replication is there. Okay, the redundancy is there. There are n number of value who are repeated again and again and again. The people, let's suppose this is my mobile number. Okay, and this number will get a message for 1 2 3 4 5 times. That's mean I wasted my 5 messages, approximately 4 messages that I wasted. Now what is the solution for the same? Prior to do this kind of thing, this is the concept of the data analysis, okay, or data cleansing basically. Prior to do this step, what you have to do? You have to remove the duplicate items from the list, from the data. Okay, for removing the duplicate item, there are two ways. One thing that what you can do, you can create a logic for the same. The same thing can be done with the help of a logic, that you have to design your own logic to implement this thing. And the another thing, what you can do else? We know the set. The feature of the set is automatically remove the duplicates. Okay, now what I can do? I can convert it into the set. Now you can check it out. There is only one mobile value. That is rest are the replicated values. So it is converted into the set. This concept is called typecasting. Now what I want again my data in the form of the list. Okay, so for the same, again you have to do list. Okay, first you have to do list, then you have to do set, and then you have to convert it. Now firstly this is list which contain the data that contain the duplicate items. What I did, I convert this data into the set. Now when it data converted into the set, automatically duplicates remove, and after that it converted into the again list. Now I assign this list to the L. Now what will happen when I implement it? Now you can check it out. This one, the original data, after converting into the set and after converting into the list, I am getting only the unique values. This is the one of the powerful feature of the set. Okay, your time is saved to do the hardcore. The same thing can be done with the hardcore, but if you know this set, you can the matter of only 2 lines. No 2 lines, only 1 line. So this is the first advantage that is associated with the set. Okay, now what are the various methods that are associated with this set? So first is add. Okay, add is the method. Now add, let's suppose I want to add this 1000. Okay, now this has been added into the set. Again, you cannot do the slicing. You cannot do the slicing. Why so? Because this is the unordered pair. Okay, this is the unordered pair. If I try to do it, you will get an error message. Okay, because this concept is not applicable with the dictionaries and with the sets. You are not supposed to do the indexing and slicing, because here the term indexing is not available, the term slicing is not available. Okay, so you cannot do this concept. The first method is add, that let's suppose you want to add something into the existing set. So the method is add. Okay, this value is added. Why so? Because this is the unique value. This is the unique value. Now you can check it out. Now you can check it out. This value has been added with the help of the method add, and randomly it will be added anywhere. Okay, it is not hard and fast rule. It will be appended into the end of the file, because this is the add method. And here the objects are not into the continuous memory location. These are the random. Okay, these are randomly scattered. So the next method is, okay, clear. We know it very well. The clear name specify itself automatically. The items has been removed. This become the clear. Okay, now the del of S. Now the same thing, the del of S. Now S is totally removed. The physically existence of S is removed. Here the content of S is removed. Here the physical existence of S is removed. Okay, now again I am reassigning the value. Now then is, I will touch these point later on. Okay, pop. The pop is same. The pop is same. Automatically remove anything from this set. Okay, now it's removed the 1. Okay, again it's 10, it's removed the 2. Okay, again it's removed the 3. Okay, again it's removed the 4. Again it's removed the 5. Okay, 6. Okay, 7. So don't feel it start removing from this entry. Okay, don't feel it. So it can remove randomly anywhere from the entire set, because the values are very less. That's why it's taking the value into the sequence order. Let's suppose there are 1000 of value, then it will automatically randomly remove anything from the set. Okay, the pop is a method which is used to remove from data from the list. When we use with the list, we know it very well. It start removing from the backward direction. Okay, when we use with the pop, in the case of pop, that you have to supply in the case of dictionary, that you have to supply the key, whatever key that you want to pop, it is mandatory that you have to supply that key. Okay, in the case of set, the pop, it will remove randomly any item from the set. Okay, the pop is a method. Now the next is remove. Now let's suppose this one is S. Okay, this one is S. Now S contain only this data. S contain only this data. Why I perform this pop? Because this is the concept of the mutable. You can delete the entries, you can delete the data from the set, you can delete the data from the dictionary, you can delete the data from the list. But in the case of tuple, these kind of things are not implemented. As we see yesterday, there are only 2 methods, the index and the I think the second method was, I forgot the name of that method, the index, and the one was there, I skipped the name of that method. Only 2 methods are there, but inside the mutable objects there are different methods. Okay, so now S become RAM. Let's suppose I add one more value, add of 10. Okay, now S dot, now let me show you S first. Now S contain this value 10. Now I want to remove s dot remove of 10. Okay, remove of 10. Now you can check it out, the remove of 10. So remove mean if you want to remove the specific value, okay, specific value from the set, then you have to use remove. If you want to remove randomly from the set, then you are supposed to use pop. Okay, so s dot remove of 10, that's mean 10 has been removed. If I print the s, you can check it out, the 10 has been removed. Now remove, okay, let's suppose this one. Now you will get the error message. Why so? Because I am trying to remove that object which is not available. I am trying to remove this 1 lakh entity, and this 1 lakh is not available inside this list. So that's inside this set. So that's why I am getting the error message. That is the key error. That's mean I am trying to remove this item, and this item is not available into the set. So remove, to remove this specific item, okay, from the set. Same thing inside the list as we already discussed. Okay, the next method is, I will touch all these methods later on. Okay, the update automatically understand it. Okay, now the update, the same, you know very well, we already use n number of time update. Let's suppose there is one more set. Okay, the set name is D, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now s dot update of D. Now the s is updated. S is updated with the D set. Okay, S is updated with the D set. So the update, the same thing. Okay, if you want to update the data from one set to another set, then this would be used. Okay, let's suppose I am using update. Let me check whether it's work or not. Let's suppose this is the item that I want to update into the, I think it should work. Yes, it should work. You can pass even list over there. Okay, you can pass even list over there. So it automatically updated inside your set with the help of update. Okay, iterable object that you can do anything. So let me take one more. If I pass string, let's see it's updated or not. It should be updated. Yes, it is updated. Now you can check. The string is updated. How it is updated? Okay, let me use my name. Okay, spelling mistake. Now you can check how it is updated. Updated character by character. Okay, updated character by character, NI and capital I. Okay, updated character by character and T. So you can check it out. You can use anything to update inside this list. You can pass this tuple over here to update the existing set. You can pass the string. Okay, you can pass the single value, you can pass the list. So these are the very basic method that are associated with the set. Now move to the further. So the next one is your union. Okay, union. What is the meaning of the union? The meaning of the union is to combine the items. Now if you, let's suppose you want to, you know, the mathematical when we are into the 10th standard or might be into the 8th standard, then we perform the union, we perform the intersection, we perform the symmetric difference, you know, we perform the intersection, we perform all these things. The same things are applicable with the set. Okay, so if I want to implement these operations, the very simple, that set, you know, the set give you this reference how you can perform this. For example, let me show you. This is a set 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and the Y is another set. Okay, Y is another set. Here 10, 20, 40 and 50. Okay, so these are two sets. I want to perform union. Union mean to combine. Okay, union mean to combine. So for union, the two ways you can use the union. The one is, what you can use, S dot union of Y. Okay, S dot union of Y. So after union these two items, now you can check 10, 20. Okay, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. Now these 30. Okay, and these 50. These value. Your union mean basically combining these two. Okay, combining these two. After performing the union operation, what I am getting the unique value from this and unique value from this. Okay, the 10, 20, 30, 40 are unique values, and here the if I try to combine these, I get only 50, that is the unique value that is not available into the set of S. So this is the union operation. This is the one way you can perform the union. Another way, the same thing can be happen with this sign. Okay, the same thing can be happen with this sign. Choice is again your. Whatever you want to use. If you want to use this method, you can use this. If you want to this symbol, you can use this symbol. Okay, this is pipe sign and available. If this sign is available, you can check it out on your laptop. Shift and upward of shift there is enter, and upward of enter there you can see this sign, that is the pipe sign. How you can use it? With the help of shift. Press shift and press that pipe sign. Okay, so you will get this pipe sign. So if you want to do the union, there are two ways basically. The one is you can use the name of the method, and the second way that you can use the operator for the same. Okay, so this is the union. Now the next is the intersection. Okay, intersection mean, let's suppose I am taking two values, x is equal to 10, 20, 30, okay, 40. Now the next is I am taking y is equal to 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, now these are the two sets. If you want to perform intersection mean, let me draw over here. Okay, this is the one set, because my pad is not available yesterday as well, today as well. Okay, so this is one set and this is the second set. Okay, now if I want to perform the intersection mean the common items between these two set, the x set, okay, and y set. If you want to print the common items between these two sets, then you have to perform the intersection. Now if I perform x dot intersection of y, what are the common items? The common items are there, the 30 and 40, because these two items are available inside x as well as inside y. Okay, if you want to run it, now check it out the scenario. X dot intersection of y. Now you will check 40 and 30, because these are the two items which are available in the both of the set. This is the one way to do the intersection, and the second way you can use the AND sign. Okay, you can use the AND sign. Both of the case the output would be same. Choice is again your, whatever you want to do. Okay, now the difference you can use x minus y. Okay, or you can use x dot different of y. Choice is again your. Sorry, the spelling mistake. Okay, the difference. Okay, okay, the difference. Now you are getting the same output. Choice is again here. You want to use x minus y, you want to use x dot difference, you will get this. Okay, now what it will return you? Now difference mean, okay, x minus y. So x value 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, y value, I want to find it out. The unique values, only unique value that is present into x. Keep this point into mind. I want only unique items which is available inside x only. Okay, if I perform x minus y, the meaning of this one is I need only unique values which is available only x. If I check it out, 10, 20, 30, 40, x contain 10, 20, 30, 40, and y contain 30, 40, 50, 60. If I check it out, the unique value inside x, the values are only that is present inside x. If I check it out, this 30, this 30. Okay, cancelled it. Then what you left? You left only 10 and 20. Okay, so you will get the output, that is the 20 and 20. If I do the same thing, y minus x. Okay, and now this time I am performing y minus x. So when I perform y minus x, now the same thing that you want to perform y minus x, this time the y priority is higher because I use it prior to this x. So what output you will get? The common item will be clashed out. Okay, 10, 30, 40, 30, 40. Okay, now what you left? Only 50, 60. So you will get the output, that is the 50, 60. Okay, let me show you the same y minus x. Now you are getting the 50-60. X minus Y, you are getting the 10-20. So this is the concept of the difference. These are the mathematical function that we perform into our school days on the sets. Okay. Now the next is symmetric difference. Okay. Now the next one is symmetric difference. So for performing the symmetric difference, you can use this cap sign, x cap y. Okay. Or you can use x dot s double m. Okay. Sym trick underscore difference of y. The choice is again your, whatever you want to use. Okay, you can use this or you can use this. Choice is again your. Okay. So for this symmetric difference, how you can get? What exactly that you are getting? In the same case, 10-20. Okay, 10-20. Now what will happen? The 30 has been cancelled. Okay, what you left? 10, 20, 30, 40. So you are getting 10, 20, 50, 60. The unique item from this set and unique item for this set. So you are getting 10, 20, 50, 60. This is the symmetric difference. Now what is the difference between difference and symmetric difference? In case of symmetric difference, okay, if I use this x cap y, okay, this is the symmetric difference. If I use simple difference, then this is the normal difference. Okay, in the case of normal difference, when I perform this, the priority of x is higher because I am using first x and then I am using y. So in this case, the unique items that is available only in x, you will get. The unique items that is available only inside x, you will get. In the case of this, you will get 10, 20. Okay, so very simple way to keep remember this. Just cut down whatever things you cut it down, just cut down. Okay, if I perform x minus y, that's mean I have left only these two values, then you will get 10, 20. Okay, you will get 10, 20. That's it. Okay, in the case of symmetric difference, whatever value left inside x or inside y, whatever value that left inside x or inside y, that's simply your output. 10, 20, 50, okay, and then 60. So this is the difference between symmetric difference and difference. Okay, very simple. These are the operation that we perform in the school days, and the same thing, the mathematics are same. The case of these, the mathematics are same, whatever we learn into our school days. Okay, so very simple and very short topic. Now the membership operator, the same, we already discussed n number of time. Let's suppose 10 in s. Now output is true. 10 not in s, the output is again false. Okay, this is the in operator, the membership operator that we already discussed n number of time. This membership operator implement with any of the data type, whatever data is there, whether it's the dictionary, set, tuple, list, whatever data is there, you can implement very easily. Okay, very easily. Now again is the set comprehension. Yes, there is term that is called set comprehension. Very simple. S is equal to the same thing, I multiply by I, comma, or not comma, for I in range of, let's suppose 10. So implemented, you are getting the unique values, and values multiply by itself. Okay, the I value starting is 0, then 1, then 2, 4, and so on. Now you can observe the output randomly. You are getting the output randomly, not into the sequentially. Okay, but in the case of list, now if I perform the same thing over list, now your doubt is clear. Okay, sir, you are saying right or wrong. Okay, now this become the list, now you can check. The output into this sequence, because it is the concept of the consecutive memory. Okay, but here you can check out the output that is on the randomly. Okay, random order. So it's clear, the set is not using the concept of the consecutive memory, but in the case of your list, yes, it's take the consecutive memory. Okay, now the same program, let's suppose, I know you guys have doubt regarding that program which I discussed, at the starting of this session, the use case, whatever the use case that you can use. So this is the problem, the same problem that we discuss in the start of the session. 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so this is the data. Now the problem is that you want to remove the duplicate from this data. You know very well, the first way you know very well. Okay, you can use this perfectly automatically deleted. No need to do the hardcore for the same. Okay, but let's suppose the approach number 2. Okay, approach number 2. I don't know about the set. The same thing, it will try to build your logic, because I know you guys 90% have this question, sir. Okay, if you don't want to perform set, then what is the logic for the same? Very simple logic. Now observe this scenario. This is my list and I am taking a this is my list and I am taking a one list, that is the list 1. Okay, so what I will do, I will fit the unique items, I will fill the unique items from this list to this list. Okay, from this list to this list. So for the same, what you have to do, for I in L, okay, for I in L, if I not in L1, then what you have to do, L1 dot append of this I, that's it. So if I print L1, you will get the same data. Okay, this is a very simple logic with the help of if condition. Now if the value, the first value I got, okay, understand this, first value I got, that is 10. Now what operation that I am performing over here, if 10 not in L1, then you have to fill over here 10. Okay, let's suppose in the first iteration the 10 is not available. Okay, the 10 is not available, so what will happen, the 10 is added over there. Okay, the 10 is added over there. In the first iteration the 10 is not there, then 10 is added over here. Okay, in the second case you get 20 is not there. Okay, 20 added, then 30 is not there, 30 added, 40 is not there, 40 added. Now again you get the 10. Now this condition false. This condition false, that you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. Okay, in next case you get 20 is already there inside this list, that's mean this condition is again false. 30 is again there, that's mean you need not to do anything. 40 is again there, that's mean you don't need to do anything. And what, after printing this L1, what output I am getting only unique value which are present into this list. Okay, which are present into this list. I fetch the unique items from this list to this list. This is the one way and this is the another way with the help of this set. Choice is again here. If you know the concept of set, you can easily do it. Okay. So one more program, very small program before closing this set, because there is no more, with this set. Now write a program to print the different vowel that is present in a given word. Listen carefully. Write a program to print the different vowels that is available inside a given string. Okay, so let's suppose this is my string. This is my string. Okay, this is one is my string. S is equal to this one. Okay, let's suppose HELLO. Okay, again I am writing HELLO. Okay, now this is the complete string which contain 2 times hello. And if I find out the different vowels, okay, I know the vowels A, E, I, O, U. Okay, now my question, listen carefully, my question is different vowels inside this list, inside this string. So there are only 2 unique vowels, E and O. Okay, again E and O. So what output I will get? I will get only 2 unique vowels, that is the E and O. That is my problem statement. Okay, so for the same, what I will do, the first I am taking a list, set. Okay, I am taking a set and I am assigning a set with vowels A, E, I, O, U. Okay, this is the your set that contain the vowels only. Now this one is a list. Now what next that I have to do? What I will do, D is equal to, okay, I am storing the output, I am getting the output into the D. So D, first I am getting the data in the form of this string, convert it into the set. Okay, I converted it. Now I know the intersection operator. Okay, I know the intersection operator. For the intersection, that you can use and V. Now very simple, you will get, sorry, I think we did a mistake. Set of S, let me check what we did. Set of S, okay, so it's become this one, HEOL, okay, so it get only unique and it should work. So set of S, sorry, intersection is this one, okay, intersection is this one, so it's did mistake. Okay, let me do once again, I am doing mistake somewhere. IDLE, okay, so program to find the unique variable from a given list. S is equal to this one, HELLO, okay, this one is the data. So my V is this one, which contains the set of your, you know, A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so this is the containing the vowels. Now first what you have to do, let me convert this data into the set. So W is equal to set of S. Oh. W is equal to set of S. So I converted the first my data into the set. Now intersection, okay, S dot intersection of V. Now check the out. Okay, so this is the way. Now what I did, now understand it. In W, what is this? In W, O, L, okay, H, E, okay, this is the data inside W after converting this string into set. Now inside V, what we have? We have A, E, I, O, U. Now when I perform the intersection, what is the meaning of the intersection? The common one, okay, and when I perform the intersection with V, the common ones are only E and this O. So I am getting the output, that is the E and O. Okay, so this is the way you can use this concept over here. This is the implementation of the, you know, this intersection. Okay, very simple problem, or mostly asked into the fresher level interview. Remove the you know, the duplicate items from a entire data, or someone can ask you what are the unique vowels into a given data. So I think the picture is clear. This is all about your set. Very simple and very small topic. Sometimes it's used very highly. Sometimes we have to do the hardcore. Okay, if you know this concept, you can attempt this problem with 2 lines only. Otherwise you have to write again a logic for the same. Someone asks you, okay, just tell me the unique vowels from the entire string, then you have to think from the scratch if you don't know this intersection concept. If you know this intersection concept, the code is matter of only 2 lines, nothing else. So I think any doubt having this set, please ask me before move further, because I have to take your assignments as well. And anyone having any doubt, please ask me. Okay, Mohammed sir. Okay, Vikas sir. Okay, I think there is no such, you know, the tough part, because we already listened this term into the school days, set and etc. Okay, so moving to your assignments. Now assignments. Okay, what was your first assignment that you was attempting and you are not getting the solution for the same? Okay, please please. Which one? List one. List inside list. I think we already discussed that assignment. What was that assignment? Please tell me. Data present into the matrix format. Okay, you didn't do that. No problem. Okay, so write a program to represent the data into the proper matrix format. For the same, what I am doing, let's suppose this one is my matrix. Okay, this one is my matrix. So here the data is this one, 10, 20, 30. Exactly the same logic for the star series. 70. The logic is same, that you have to present the data into the star series. The star series logic implemented over here. Now just watch this, you know, the input, whatever input I supply over here, just watch this input. Okay, now you observe the carefully. This one is the 0 row, this one is the 1 row, this one is second row, this one is third row, and this one is the 0 column, 1 column, 2 column, 0 column, 1 column, 0 column, 1 column, 0 column, 1 column. ठीक है? So understand it. Now for I in range of len of this m. Okay, so len of this m for j in range of I, or you can simply say, okay, and then what you have to print the value of m of j, and is equal to this one. Okay, and then you have to print same logic. The logic is same. Let me run it, then I will take whether it's work or not. So matrix.py. okay, matrix.py. now cmd py space matrix.py. okay, so here the still data we are not getting into the appropriate format. Okay, as you check it out, we are not getting the data into the appropriate format. So what we have to do, so I for rows, okay, j for columns. Now it would perform according to our requirement. So here, what error? It's giving me the error index out of range. So it's 40. So I0 for j in m of I, j in len of m of I, then you have to print it. Let me run this, then I will explain what exactly happened. Okay, now you can check the output. The output is into the perfect order. So this is my required output that I want to perform. Now understand this concept, what exactly happening over here. So first, the first loop, this is for the rows. This is for the yes, this is for the rows. This would implement for the rows. Okay, the row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4. And this loop, this j loop will be implemented for the columns. So what I did over here, for I in range of len of m. So what is the length of this m? The length of this m is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's mean our loop will be execute for 0 to 3. That is first funda. As I already told you, this is the row 0, this is the row 1, this is the row 2, this is the row 3. So first loop will be executed from 0 to 3. That's means 0, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That is perfect. Okay. Now in the next case for j loop, for j in range of len of m of I. Okay. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of this? What output you will get over here? हाँ जी, प्लीज टेल मी. Yes, perfect, perfect. Here, what is the length of this? 0, 1, 2. Okay, that means 1, 2, 3. So this loop will be executed for 3 times. For 0, for 1, for 2. Okay, now what you have to print? Now observe carefully. What you have to print? You are on the right track. M of I value starting 0, J value will starting 0, 1, 2. So first will become over here 0, 0. That's mean 0, 0. Then I value again 0, 0, 1. Okay, I value again 0, 0, 2. Now this loop is finished. Now I value become 1. So 1 mean you have to process this index, and this index length is 2. So you are getting only 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, now this loop is finished. Now I value become 2. Now you are processing 2, 0, 2, 1. Again this loop is finished. Now you will move to this loop, and this loop is 3, 0, 3, 1. So it's mean the I value is increasing from 0, 1, 2, 3, and J value is repeating the same steps. Okay, if the data is inside this, then it will execute for 3 times. If the data is 2 times, then it will implement for 2 times. If the data is 2 times, again it will implement for the 2 times. Let me use some another value over here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Now it will implement for 7 times. Okay, now it will implement for 7 times. Let me show you the same. Okay, now you can check the output, because this time this row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns. So that's means this J will be implemented for 7 times. Okay, for 0, for 1, for 2. Here the values are changing. 4, 0, 4, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7. And we know this is on the 4th index. And when I want to process 4, 0, then you will get 10. 4, 1, you will get 20. 4, 2, you will get 30. 4, 3, you will get 40, and so on. So this is very simple. Hanji, clear? I think this is clear. Exactly the same logic. Exactly the same logic that we implement inside, the star series pattern. Hanji, please tell me if you have any doubt regarding this. Exactly the same logic of the star series. Now you can observe what is the real-time use case for this. You are getting the data into this format, and your client want to represent the data into this format. Okay, rather than over here. Okay, rather than over here, what I am using over here now. 101. Okay, the name Ram. Okay, the age. Let's suppose he printed over here 26. Okay, then CHD. Okay, this is the one record. Okay, now I am taking and copying it. Control C here, Control V, Control V. Okay, this time 102. Okay, this time 103, and so on. So change these values. Okay, now implement. Now your client want to represent the data into the rows and column. So you will get this perfect output in the valid format, because you are getting the data into the inner format. I think the picture is clear. Okay, the next one is, I am save as, the next one is linear search. Very simple program. The linear search means there is a list, and what you have to do, you have to find the item from that list. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, very simple code. Now observe this code. S is equal to int of input of what you want to search. Okay, what you want to search. I ask from the user what you want to search. Okay, now S, inside S, the whatever value user enter, that would be over there. C is equal to 0 for the counter. For I in M, if, okay, if S double equals to I, then print item found. Okay, item found at position. Okay, add position, that you have to print a position. So I am taking at the starting, when this loop is started, the position is 0. Okay, so the starting I am taking position is 0. As soon as the loop is increasing, the position is also increasing, then the POS is equal to plus is equal to 1. It's incremented by 1. Let's suppose the cursor is over here. When this loop is executed, now it will check this value, and after, if this one is true, okay, then C is equal to 1. No, if C double equals to 0, then print item is not there. So that's mean it not enter into this condition. If it is enter into this condition, that's mean you got the value and C value has been changed to 1. If the C value has been changed to 1, then this condition will not implemented. This condition will implemented if there is no item which you are looking for. Let's suppose there is 1000. Okay, there is 1000. You want to search 1000 and 1000 is not there inside the list. Now this time it won't enter into this condition. If it won't enter into this condition, then C value remains 0. If C value remains 0, that's mean the item is not there. Otherwise, if this condition is true, that's mean he found the value at the position of this one, and the starting position is 0. How many times this loop will execute? The position will increment it by 1, incremented by 1, incremented by 1. Okay, so let me run this code so you will get the more clarity. Pi space linear. Okay, what you want to search? Okay, this time I want to search 20. Now you will get the index value, that is 2. Okay, sorry, 1. So index value starting 0 and then 1. My item is present, item found at, yeah, we have to specify over here index number. Okay, index number. So item found at index number of this one. So let me run again. Okay, now this time what you want to find it out? 70. Now the 70 is present on the index of 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Again, there is, let's suppose there is one more 70. And another 70 is present on 7th or 8th index. 6 or 8th index. Now you will get 76 index. Why it's not run it? It should be run for the, I think I didn't save it. So I am saving it. Okay, I am saving it. Now what do you want to find? 70. Now you will get it. 6 and 8. Okay, 6th and 8th. So this item is present 2 times into this list. Now one more case. This time the item is not there. Let's suppose I want to find out 120 and 120 is not there. The item is not there. Okay, why so? Because it never enter into this list. Okay, sorry, this condition. If it doesn't enter into this condition, the meaning of that, the C value remains 0. If the C value remains 0, it's mean you couldn't find the item whatever you are looking for. Okay, that's mean you didn't get any item that you are looking for. So here the item is not there. So this is the way. I think easy one. This concept is called technically linear search. So anyone? Okay, so next one, what was your next assignment? What was your next assignment? Please, what was your next assignment? You guys are there or slept out? Okay. And what about Ajay sir and Mohammed sir? Ajay sir? Okay, okay. Mohammed sir, are you there or left out? Enjoying the code, enjoying the code. Okay. So what was the next? What was the next? What was next assignment? sorry, add of two lists. Now that's what the problem that you have. I am not covering that problem. That problem is very simple. Addition of two matrix. Okay, matrix, we know it, how we can handle the matrix. Now the question is how we can add these two matrix. So understand it, learn it from Google first, then come back to me. Okay, then I will make a program for this, because I know you guys forget about the addition of two matrix. That is the part of into the, I think, 11th standard, or I think we did it into the 10th standard, the addition of two matrices. Okay, what was the next? What was the next? Okay, so still that assignment is pending. Okay, no problem. So I think we covered the basic part yesterday. Am I right? Yes, I again okay, no problem. So what was the student dictionary? This was the, I think, the problem. So open with notepad. Okay, yes, this is the problem statement. Now what was the next? That you have to add the multiple details. So multiple details, I am asking marks, and then I am asking name as well. Okay, let me ask the name. So n is equal to input of enter name. Okay, I am entering the name. So name, marks, and let's take one more, that is the city. Okay, so I am asking the city from the same. Control C, Control V, enter city. Okay, so I ask from the user this much amount of data. The roll number is become the key, name become the name, whatever name that you will enter. But the question is that you have to enter this data into the list. Okay, so what I am doing, I am removing it first. I will show you step by step. So record R is equal to M. So here we have to add, let's suppose L. Okay, now what is L? L is equal to this one, R. So no need to add over here, R N M C. Okay, so there I am capturing the data and I am assigning this data into the list format. Okay, so list. Now let me print this, whether it's work or not. Print of REC. Okay, now if I execute it, CLS of student dictionary. Okay, now I want to enter two, roll number 1, name Ravi. Okay, now the marks are 33, the city is Chandigarh. Okay, now I will get the error message. Why so I am getting the error? Type error less than equals to. Okay, because I reassign over here name, so here you have to use NN. Okay, because N is there and I again use N. So keep this point into. That's why I am saying you always use the relevant, the variables. Always try to take the relevant variables, otherwise you will get such type of errors. Okay, because I am saving the time, but when you do the practice, try to make the relevant names always. For example, for here the name, here the marks, here the city. Okay, here you can take the how many items, for example number. Okay, you can take this as a number. So I am implementing it. How many students that you want to enter? 2. Okay, the roll number 101, the name is Ram, the marks is let's suppose 34, the city is let's suppose Chandigarh. Okay, again I will get the error message less than equals to int or string, where we did the mistake. Okay, I think we didn't save it. So let me save it. Okay, now execute it. So how many? 2. 101, name Nitin, the marks is 44, the city is CHD. Okay, enter roll number 2. Okay, the name is Ravi. Now the marks are 44 and the city is LDH. Okay, now you can check the output. Our dictionary is ready. Now this time this is the key, this is the entire value, this is the key, this is the entire value. Okay, now what the next is, we have to represent this data into the appropriate format. Okay, for the appropriate format, that is my problem statement. Okay, so my first problem statement has been done, that I receive the data into this format, this data into the list, and this data, the roll number become the key, and this become the list become the value for the same. Now the what next that you have to do, you have to represent this data into the appropriate format. For representing this data into the appropriate format, that we know the for loop. Okay, the same yesterday code. So roll number is become I, and no need to present over here the roll number this time here. So what you have to print? So very simple, I am printing one thing, print, okay, roll. For these header, these are basically used as a header, and then tab sign. Then what you have to do, name, okay, name, again you have to use tab. Then what next? Marks, okay, then you have to again take tab, then city, then you have to again take, I think that's it. Okay, so name, marks and city, I took these values. Okay, this is for the header, that this would be appear on the screen at the top of the records. Okay, you can know very well these are the columns basically. So for I, now I is your 101 and 102, and you are getting the data. Okay, so I am using over here a record dot items. I know the items, it will return you the key value pair, the key and value. Okay, the key will contain the roll number. So print k, and what you have to print, dot. Now this time I am taking very simple /t dot join. Okay, dot join, and we is basically what? B is basically a list, and I am joining that list with the help of this tab. And we already know, we read this function whenever we perform the concept of these strings. Okay, we also make a one program of with the help of this join. Okay, so you don't ask me what is join. So this time I am getting the data v is basically a list, and I am joining the tab separated. Okay, I am joining this tab separated indentation before joining this v. So now I am saving it, and now I am executing it. So how many I want to enter? 2, the 101 roll number. Okay, the name is Ravi. So the next is the marks are 44, and the city is CHD. Okay, this is one record. The second record, that name Raj. Okay, marks let's suppose 44 again. The city is LDH. Okay, now I am getting the error message. Why so? Unexpected string. Okay, found int. So this would not work, but it should work. Okay, so do one thing, because this string, as I already told you, when you are using this join function, this join method, every value inside list, okay, every value inside list, that should be string. Otherwise you will get the error message. The same thing, that I am converting it into the int, that's why it is giving me the error message over here. Okay, so keep this point into the mind. Whenever you use this join method, and you know this join method is implemented over the list, and every item inside the list, that should be string value. Otherwise you will get the error message. So we get the same error. Here I am again taking a empty print statement. Okay, for make the clarity. So do one thing over here, use over here a one empty print statement. So picture would be more clear, it will looks more nice, you know. Okay, now understand it. Okay, how many students that you want to enter? Okay, I said 2 students. So roll number 101, the name is now this time I am taking my own name, and the marks I am taking 55, and the taking city, that is this CHD. Okay, the spelling mistake, that doesn't matter, because this is the string. Okay, so enter roll number again for the 102, and the name is, let's suppose this time I am entering Vikas, and marks are 44, and the city is, I don't know the city. For same I am adding Ireland. Okay, so now you can check the output that I am looking for: the roll number, the name, okay, the marks, and you are getting the output into the appropriate format. That is the data that I want. Okay, that is the data I want. So this is the logic to implement the same thing. This we learned into, you know, our join method, that our in the string section, and the same join method I used. Okay, but here you can observe, here the one thing is not proper, this name is not coming properly. Why so? Because before printing it, again you have to print one more tab. Now this time the problem has been resolved out. Okay, now check it out. How many? 2. The roll number 101. The name this time I am taking Ajay. Okay, and marks this time 44, and the city this time I don't know the city, that's why I am using Ireland. Okay, this time 102 Muhammad. Okay, spelling mistake, please kindly ignore. Okay, the marks is let's suppose 44. Okay, 43. Okay, the city is UK. Now you can check. Now the output is appropriate, but here the output is appropriate. Why so? Because the name length is more than this. That's why it's considering the tab over here. Okay, so if you want to manage this, again print 2 tabs. That's not a issue. Okay, for more segregation you can use over here the 2 tabs. So the problem will be resolved out. Okay, it automatically, because the maximum character on the name is 10 or 15, not more than that. So you can use over here one more tab. Okay, you can use it over here one more tab. That's why this problem occurs, because the name of the Muhammad is, you know, the character of the Muhammad is higher than the other. That's why it's taking the appropriate tab over there. So let me execute it one more time too. I forgot, might be I didn't save this program. So Muhammad, okay, spelling are mistakes, sorry Muhammad, and the marks is 44, and the city is UK. Okay, now the second one is 102 Ajay, marks are 43 this time, and the city is, I don't know the city, that's why I'm painting Ireland. Okay, now you can check. Okay, you can check. This is the way by which you can, you know, generate the output into this format. So I think end for today. Try to solve all these problems. Try to solve all these problems by your own, and then I will come back to you. Okay. So I think end for the day. Rest of problem that you have to do by your own. I am not solving other problems. Okay, try to solve all those problems by your own. Until unless you won't do it, it would not be happen. So keep this point into mind. Okay, after completion of this session, just start doing the same assignment, because at that time the things are fresh. Okay, so this kind of practice, you know, improve your logical skills. Don't worry about it. Don't get frustrated or don't get demotivated. I am saying you guys are doing first time, and you are doing very good, because you are coming from the non-technical background. Okay, but at least you are trying the things. So don't feel it, and it couldn't be happen that you can learn the Python into, you know, into 20 days or into the 30 days. So it will take time. So keep this point into mind. Just fight with the things, and don't lose the hope. If you lose the hope, then the things become very complicated. So never lose the hope. Yeah, that's great. That's why you're trying the things, na? Step by step you will, you know, get the more clarity after doing practice a lot. One more time, automatically things become clear. As you already told me in the starting day that you are not familiar with the indentation, and after that you are become the comfortable with the indentation. How it is possible? With the help of only practice. Okay, so practice is highly required, because I always focus on the programs. I never focus on the theoretical things. Okay, the amount of, yes, हाँ हम्म हाँ ओके okay 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 just send me the code, you know, the send me the code. I will check the what exactly mistake you made. Just send me the code into the group. I will check what exactly mistake that you made. Okay, so don't worry about it, don't get demotivated. I know the Mohammed is feeling very demotivated. Mohammed, am I right? that's the spirit. Mohammed, don't get frustrated, because I'll tell you one thing. You are from the system administration background, okay? Now keep one thing into the mind. If you learn Python in great detail, okay, so after, you know, if you want to proceed further, let's suppose you want to work on the cloud, that you have to use Python for the scripting. Keep this point into mind, because the Python is highly used, and I am focusing on, rather than theory, I am focusing on the practical part, because these type of statements, I took approximately 22 sessions to complete this scenario, and every session is about 1.5 hours approximately. If I calculate the average time, the session is more than 1.5 hours. Okay, so these things I took this much amount of time. Why so? Because I want to, you know, make your foundation strong. That is my motto basically. Otherwise this concept can be done into 2 videos only. You can cover this thing into 2 videos only. If I show you only dictionary, okay, this is the set and this is the list, and you know, this is the string, everything is done into 2 videos, but I never cover into these 2 videos, because these are the main part. If you play with these things well, then Python is nothing, the rest of things are nothing. You have to just use this thing into upcoming sections. Inside function, everything is this one, everything is same, the code is exactly same, the list is exactly same, the dictionary is exactly same. Now this time you are putting this data into one container. This is the concept. So that's why I always take time to complete these steps, because these are the highly required step inside the programming. So I focus. I think we have done approximately 70 to 80 programs, or not? Almost 70 to 40 to 45, almost 50 to 60 program that we already covered till now, and 150 program are still remaining. How many you guys done? That's great. That's great. That's great. That's very good. And what about Mohammed? You're telling lie. I know very well. Is it truth? Really? Try. Mohammed, please try. Because unless you won't try, you won't get the clear picture. Because you are in my hands, and I want everyone who learn from me, that should suggest to more than 10 people, okay, go to that person. I want this. Okay, that is my motto. My motto is not money. My motto is satisfaction. If you satisfied, then automatically, the money will come automatically. My main target is satisfaction level. Don't worry about it. If you guys have any doubt, any question, anytime, just send the picture on the group. Might be on the same time you won't get the response, but yes, you will get the response. Sometime I'll delay it, because the difference of the timing as well. So whenever you feel any error, any message, any difficulty, any problem, you just simply send me the message inside the group. Definitely you will get the response for the same. Response can be delayed, but you will get the response. So anything else? हाँ जी, at 9:15 PM or 9 PM, exactly same. हाँ जी, हाँ उनको उनको 4 बजे, हाँ उनको मैडम को भी बोल देना आप। हाँ मेरे इंडिया के अकॉर्डिंगली 4 बजे है ना। हाँ मेरे मेरे 4 बज रहे होंगे और आपके आप लगा लो 5 घंटे पीछे। हाँ मैं, हाँ उनको बोल देना, एक काम करना उनको, मेरे को उनको बोलो कि मेरे को व्हाट्सएप करें, मैं फिर ग्रुप बना दूंगा ना, ठीक है ना। फिर अब मुझे नहीं पता सर, आप थोड़ा तो मेरे मेरे अकॉर्डिंगली 4 है, क्योंकि मैं मेरे को फिर वो कैलकुलेट करना अब मैं थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। तो इंडियन टाइम यू कन्वर्ट ऑटोमेटिकली इनटू द इंडियन टाइम। ओके सो हाँ 4:30। So उनको बोलना just send me the WhatsApp message. Okay, so have a nice day and please practice more, and tomorrow we will do the new topic, that is the function. Okay, so good night and okay, same. Okay, bye bye.